Blount, can you win over there? Here we go. Yes, Blount. Yeah, 43. I don't do many user catches, but that was one of them. Hey everyone, glad to be back with you here in our slow burn Dynasty with the New Mexico Lobos. We are in our Season 3 off-season, and we're going to jump right into the coaching carousel. All right, so the main thing I want to see is just if either of our coordinators, Freddie Wolf or Joe Coffin, receive a head coaching position, because if they do, maybe like to schedule their team and get that going. So we see Florida State moving on from Mike Norvell. Let's see who the top candidates are here. Oh, never mind, he just had a contract extension. Jimbo Fisher was fired. Looks like Manny Diaz. New Mexico State is up. So Scott Sloan from FIU takes that one. Syracuse, Dino Babers retires. Neither of our guys there. It's like North Carolina wants to talk with Epaselva. They offer it to Jacob Thomas. Wisconsin wants to talk to Epaselva. They go with Manny Diaz. All right, TCU has us number 1. They do offer us, but we're going to decline, stay with our current contract because we're very committed to New Mexico and what we're building here. All right, so New Mexico State has hired Tyler Stockton, the defensive coordinator from FIU. So we'll be facing a new coach at New Mexico State this year. All right, so our offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, nobody reached out for them. So I believe they're going to stay on staff, but we'll double check here on the next page. All right, we'll double check coaching changes here. Freddie Wolf just got an extension. That's big. Good to see. Welcome back, Freddie. 3 more years of Freddie. All right, now's the time to see, if our recruiting plan has been executed well, or did we force any players out that we didn't want to? Again, I think I've talked about, maybe the offensive linemen that we brought in last year were both busts, I think, or dropped significantly to 61, 62 overall. Tried to bring in more guys to replace them. We'll see if they move on. I don't think Andy Allen, our defensive end, will move on because we haven't signed that junior college guy, which works out well for us because we can sign him in the offseason and Andy Allen will not leave. So I got to keep that in mind. If there are players I'm concerned about, recruiting somebody at their position and not wanting them to leave, I can kind of time it out where if I do want to just build depth, do it later on so that maybe we sign them in the off season rather than during the regular season so that guys don't transfer at this stage. All right, moment of truth. Okay, so Billy White, we had assumed that he would transfer out due to playing time, but it looks like Matt Allen will be staying. Here we got some draft picks. This is huge for us. Swain is going, Joe Blount ends up going, and Terry Lewis goes. That is huge. Smith we didn't think would go. Elliott Smith I thought maybe. Grier I'm surprised didn't go. Kroll I thought maybe would have a shot, but these other guys no. So great to see we got another round 1 pick. Last year was a cornerback, and then 2 more guys in the late rounds here, which is great to see. And Billy White, again, just wasn't a fit. He's got great size. He's redshirted, so he'll develop for Texas Tech. Let's just double check the other guys we're losing here. We saw Smith, missing our kicker, Grier, Kroll, and Cobbs is leaving, and then our 2 DNs, which these guys were solid for us. We thank them all for their service, wish them well in their future, and these guys, good luck in the NFL. All right, moving on. All right, we've got a coaching point to use. I'm going to put it on the first half of recruiting here. I thought about going to scouting, but I just can't. I think it's more important right now at this stage of our dynasty to get more points early on in the season so we can spend more on more recruits. All right, moving on. All right, let's see if we get any transfers. Quick double check on draft results. They usually tend to be the same, but there's Swain going in the first, Blount and Lewis. Again, that's big for our recruiting, for our pro potential grade. To get 3 guys out into the NFL is huge. All right, any transfers? Hey, look at this. Okay, so Shannon Hill, 65 overall. Let's get more info on him. Speed isn't what I want it to be, but to get to 65, he's got some decent attributes here. Mid-60s. I think Shannon Hill is a no, but William Baker, 73 overall. 82 speed for middle linebacker will take. He's undersized at 5'9", but tackling's up there. Play record's really good. Block shedding, good pursuit. Not going to zone cover well, but man coverage is good. Got some hip power, some strength, even some power finesse. I think we take William Baker. We missed out on the big middle linebacker recruit earlier this year, so I think we'll bring William Baker in. All right, on to the greatest part of the game, off-season recruiting. All right, I think we got a promising situation here. We've got 9 scholarships left. We've got 10,000 points. We've got some pretty big leads on some of these guys. I think Phillip Hines we can maybe skip, but I think we can lock down with these two. David Robinson, Jason Anderson might be iffy. These bottom guys I'm not too concerned about. And even up here, Jeremy Hutchinson, wide receiver, running back, 78 overall. Could be a quarterback as well, which would be nice to have. So, and again, the first iteration of how I apply my points usually changes. I'm sure many of you guys experience that as well. But I'm going to get Jeremy Hutchinson so that we're up by 5,000, assuming Tennessee doesn't put anything on him. So what do we got? 2, 7, 5. Cedric Harmon, I think, is very similar to Jeremy Hutchinson. Yeah, he's got throw power, throw accuracy. His speed isn't as big, so I think he's mostly a quarterback. And I don't know if it makes sense to go after both of these guys. So I'm going to leave him as is. Phillip Hines, again, we're bringing in the transfer linebacker. So that makes me think we can skip Phillip Hines right now. Like Morris, again, wide receiver, not a big need of ours. It's just that he has the speed. 94 speed, B acceleration. Catching looks really good. So he's tempting. Brian Bullock, we are losing our kicker. Brian Bullock hopefully has the kick power, kick accuracy. Not super concerned with that, but I don't know how I feel about spending so many points on a punter. We go to Larry Dennis. I think our defensive backfield needs quite a bit of help, so I'm going to get Larry to 5,000. Again, some people say get him to 2,000. I just feel comfortable getting him to 5,000 first and then adjusting from there. So we're looking at 34.6. Patton, I think we're going to leave as is. And then I think we want to go after Robinson. So we got to get him a scholarship. But that's going to be the rest of our points. Okay, so I think if we get Larry Dennis, we go after Jason Anderson, that's all our points. These other guys don't even get scholarships. Nebraska's there, they're a big program. Ohio State's behind us here. That makes me weary. Hutchinson. Well, I thought we were better off than we were. I think Larry Dennis is probably the highest priority. Defensive backfield. Jeremy Hutchinson. I think if we're not going to use him at wide receiver, he's going to quarterback. I think if we're getting a quarterback, I'd rather get Cedric Harmon. I mean, we're further ahead on Cedric Harmon, but again, I just feel more comfortable getting them to 5 and then adjusting from there. I'm just so hesitant to not get them to 5,000. Hope they're not paying attention to math here. We got 1765. I just don't. I hate to put points on a guy and then miss out. It feels like such a waste to me. So we got defensive backfield, Larry Dennis. We got a quarterback, maybe a running back. He's just not that fast. And I just don't know if Jason Anderson is a big priority as well. Who would I rather get than Jason Anderson? Maybe Mike Morris. But again, I feel like receiver-wise, I think we're good. Well, I know we're good. I just don't know speed-wise what we're at. We got Ryan Waller, who's redshirted. We got Brandon Williams coming back. We got Brandon Guillory coming back. Sean Bradshaw, E.J. Marshall, Leon Gore, Ted Bailey. So we've got guys coming back. I just can't justify getting Mike Morris, or putting points on him. If we get him, that's great. And then Jason Anderson, get a JUCO guy who can step in, get playing time right away if needed. Otherwise, red shirt. But we lost Brandon Stone. I thought he was coming back. I had him wrong on the depth chart. I had him as a junior. So Williams, Stone are gone. Muse will be back. He's huge. And Andy Allen. So those two guys will start. We've got Jeremy McGee behind him or them. He'll be like a 78. And then Joe Hunter and Jonathan Francis will both be high 60s. So we got 3 DNs that we can rotate through and 2 waiting in the wings. But is there anybody I'd rather have than Jason Anderson? I mean, punter. So we got 940 for our punter. I mean, cornerback, we're going to rock with, again, just Larry Dennis. That's kind of a gap filler for the next few years. David Robinson, again, would be great to have. I just don't think, putting 5,600 into him doesn't make a lot of sense. Philip Hines, again, not necessarily need. Yeah, these guys scholarships, not Jake Williams. Yeah, Alonzo Roberson's out. Yeah, none of those guys. So I think this is it. Dave Robinson's going to come down here, though. Yeah, so Larry Dennis, I think, biggest need for what we have left. Cedric Harmon, again, 6'4", 199. I think this guy's our quarterback. He could push for playing time or get redshirted. And then Jason Anderson, I think, just bringing more talent in at a position that we need. Again, Jeremy Hutchinson would be great, or Mike Morris at the wide receiver room, running back room, but I think we're good there for the time being. And we can fill in with a junior college guy next year if needed, or a better freshman. So I think this is the play. And Brian Bullock, I feel like 940 won't get us Brian Bullock, but I think it's worth a shot. I won't be too upset if we put 940 into him and didn't get him, but we got these 3. Or actually, Jason Anderson. Okay, so Brian Bullock. Here we'll get Jason Anderson closer to 5,000. Brian Bullock, we're just going to roll the dice on with 0 points. Doubt we'll get these 3. And we're committing to these 3 to be our big signings. All right, feel good about that. Ooh, I'm actually going to move Bullock here. I just want these guys to know that they're 4 and 5. I don't know if it makes a difference. In my head, it should. But here's our signing. Zach Harris, middle linebacker. Let's go by position here. We got Gerald Johnson, just as kind of a filler right now. Brought in 2 good halfbacks. Again, Brian Foster's is a speedy guy. Jacob Morrow's more of a balance, as you see. No fullback. We did get Josh Grant, which makes me, again, feel better about not getting Mike Morris. Tight end, we got Corey Stevenson. That looks good. And this is where we kind of put a lot of our effort in to just really strengthening the O-line. 2 JUCOs here at guard. Again, I think these guys can move pretty easily. DN, hopefully get him. No D tackle, no outside linebacker, because I don't want to chase away our fast guy. Zach Harris we signed. We got a transfer coming in. Cornerback, maybe we steal one of these guys, these 2 guys, or any of them, I don't know. But Larry Dennis, I think we should get. We got Adam Carpenter. Oh, does that make me rethink Larry Dennis then? It's a good thing I go through this, because Adam Carpenter at free safety. But I think we need corners as well. So free safety is, we got Marcus Bridges, Clarence Williams. Strong safety, I know we're loaded. Cornerback, we got everybody coming back. We got Albert Lemon, we got Leonard Sapp, we got Doug Hamilton, Matt Jones, Cornelius Houston will be back, and Sean Johnson. Okay, so maybe I overreacted to needing a corner. Reggie Johnson's going to be a receiver, which I forgot about. And Thad McCullough and Kroll will both be offensive linemen. Okay, we did sign Bruce Hodges, that's right. So he'll fill in. He's not that fast, but he's another defensive back. Oh yeah, and we saw Mark Smith. Holy cow. Sorry, it's been, a few weeks since I played it. So it's good I got to go through all this again, remember. Okay, so Brian Bullock, not a need at all. We got a kicker. And if you guys are just watching these in sequence, you're probably catching on to this. But again, with time in between, you kind of forget. I also love going through this and making sure I feel the best about who I'm bringing on and who I'm targeting. Okay, so defensive back, we got 2. I think D-end is going to be huge. But I don't know that we need to bring in another wide receiver or a running back with the athlete Jeremy Hutchinson. All right, let's try this. We're going to try to get Larry Dennis to 3,000 instead of 5,000. We'll see what that does. So 1,36. Cedric Harmony, I think we get to 5,000 because it's not that much. Dennis Anderson, feel good. Let's see what we've got left. But Mike Morris is going to be a burner. This actually gets Mike Morris to 5,000. Okay, so I feel good about this. Larry Dennis, again, not a big need. We're actually going to flip Harmon to the top. Jason Anderson's going to move up here. And then Dennis and Morris. So we got 4 guys we can get. Again, it feels risky to put Larry Dennis to try to just get him to 3,000. Or did I miscalculate that? I did. It's going to be 14.6. He can be 41.95. Okay, he's 146. About 1,500. Call him 1485. Let's just make them all even numbers if we can. There we go. Okay. All right, these are our top 4. Jeremy Hutchinson would be a bonus. Brian Bullock would be a bonus. Robinson we're not going to get. Hines would be a bonus. Patton and James would be a bonus. Williams, Dotson, Roberson's not even a shot. And these guys would be bonuses as well. All right, I did it. Boy, I'm really glad I double checked through position by position because I really forgot who we signed, which is a big no-no. All right, I'm ready to move on. All right, the second best part of this game, the simulation time between the off-season recruiting to the signing. Nothing better. I hope you guys enjoy it because I don't cut that out of my videos. I do speed it up. I'm tempted to put it at just regular speed, but I don't know if everybody enjoys that as much as I do, so I speed it up to 1.5. But it's exciting. I think we'll get out 4 of these guys, but sometimes the randomness kind of takes over and you miss out. But let's move on. All right, so Jason Anderson we got. Mike Morris we ended up getting. Jeremy Hutchinson we knew we'd miss out on. Larry Dennis. He's the guy I was skeptical of, and I should have known Ohio State was behind and they could jump right in and get him. Should have taken more off Mike Morris. Now, again, hindsight, it's so clear to me right now. Taking more off Mike Morris, giving it to Larry Dennis, or even more off, Jason Anderson. We'll see how much we sign these guys by, but I did decide that Larry Dennis wasn't a big need. Still hurts to put those points and not get them. David Robinson, we know we'd miss on. Cedric Harmon is a big get. I think he can jump in at QB right away and push for playing time. And then we did sign Alonzo Roberson. This guy we were down 11,000 on, or 1,100 on, and we ended up signing him. That's the randomness that happens here. Jake Williams we missed. Brian Fox we missed. Hines we missed. Dotson we missed. Patton we missed. And Eric James we missed, as well as Alfred Lawrence. So we did get 4 guys. Missed on Dennis again, which still hurts, and then randomly signed Alonzo Roberson. We'll see if we get any more random guys. signed for us by the CPU, but that's a good end to our recruiting. Hey, and look at that. We sent a top 25 class. I think for the first time. We were at 11 last time I checked. We'll have to check in and see where we ended up. All right, signing day. Let's see where everybody ended up. We ended with 4 scholarships remaining, which means the computer assigned us 1 player that we did not get. Brian Bullock doesn't go anywhere. The one thing I like about College Football 25 is that these guys do go somewhere. Especially he's 76 overall punter. Some team would take him for sure. If not us, we were in the lead. He should for sure come to us. Larry Dennis, we missed by 28-25. That stinks. I think if we put 5,000 to get him, but whatever. I don't know why I remove him. That's just what I do. Jeremy Hutchinson, 21. So it would have been tough to sign all those guys. But nice to see, Alonzo Roberson beat Alabama by 3,100 without putting anything into him. We'll take it. All right, let's check out the class rankings. Okay, so we just sneak in to the top 25 at 24. 3 4-stars, 14 3-stars, which is big for us. We got to get as many 3-stars as we can. 2-star and 1-star, I think those are JUCO guys, which is big. Let's see if anybody else, any smaller teams kind of made it in the top 25. I did not think so. And who signed the most 5-stars? Looks like Oklahoma. Bama obviously came through. Penn State. Any surprising 5-star signings? Minnesota ended up getting one. No. Okay. Worst class? Georgia Southern or UMass. I just want to check out kind of the teams that we play, or the Mountain West teams that we kind of play in our region. See who the next group of 5 team is. Army, I guess that's not shocking. Miami, Ohio gets 43rd. Central Michigan and Navy. UNLV, it's a good class for them. Old Dominion. Mostly looking for New Mexico State, Arizona, UTEP. There's UTEP. There's New Mexico State, 69 and 71. Maybe I passed Arizona. I wasn't really looking for them. All right. So those are the top classes. Feels good to come in at 25. Yeah, I do have the top 5 guys on my gameplay border, or I think recruiting border. So this is check in. Fred Kelly went to Penn State. Sean Connor went to Bama. Billy Ware went to Michigan. Daryl Whitworth went to A&M. And then Nathan Curry went to Oklahoma. And Anthony O'Donnell does not sign. He's 15%. Remember, I looked at this guy and I was like, this guy would be a really good guy to go after. And nobody signs him. That's wild. Anybody else in the top? Nobody else in the top 100. Hey, but we did get a top 100 player. Who's that? Reggie Johnson. Excellent. And he was interested in us. This isn't a guy we added late with the event wheel. That was free safety. New Mexico's on the rise. All right, now for the best part of this game, part 1A, position changes. Let's see. We got to move a lot of our athletes, the O-line, the quarterback, maybe a running back, receiver. We'll see where they fit. But let's go through. We also get to see if our signings went up or down. So Gerald Johnson only goes down 1. We can live with that. 63. Morrow goes up 2. Brian Foster goes up 2. Morris stays steady. Grant ends up only going up 1. I think we had him at 2 when we scouted him partially. Stevenson goes up 4. Oh, look at that. Okay, so look at this. Wow, I knew it. Eric Lane goes up plus 11. Justin Wright goes up plus 4. He's not as big, but I knew these guys would jump. So that's big for us. Eric Lane. Let's check who needs to go to guard. Oh, nobody. We got Graham there. Maybe left tackle. Carter's probably going to go to, 77, 78? Might be nice to redshirt him. Tackle Corey Gray's at 83. Davis is only at 70. He might have to get cut. What does Lane go to? 78. I hate the drop. That's only 1. Joe Green, can he play tackle? 2. Frank Kendrick, 1. Shoot. Okay, so he's going to be 78 maybe at the most. Matt Allen might be cut. We need another center to back up. Let's put Frederick to center. I mean, we're going to have to roll with, well, what does Green go to? So offensive line-wise, I mean, I'd love to redshirt Carter and have Green start here. Left guard looks good. It'll be nice to get another guard in next year. Center, probably be around 80. Well, they go up more. He might reach 83. Guards will just stick here at 80. Maybe redshirt Justin Wright. And then tackle Corey Gray. Gosh, it'd be great to redshirt him too. Maybe if Davis gets up to 76 or something. I mean, we'll decide that later. All right, left end. Jason Anderson goes down 2. Kind of expected as he's at 82 already. Hughes is 79. I mean, maybe redshirt one of these guys. Maybe Anderson, his acceleration's lower. Francis is developing. Here's Allen, he's going to play. But I think I want him at left end. Right end tends to be the pass rushing guy. So let's put Muse to right end. Okay, so we got Allen and McGee at left. That feels better. We'll have Muse play. Anderson will redshirt. Maybe flip that next year. D tackle, we might be hurting here. Nah, it's not bad. It'll be 80. Houston. A lot of redshirt guys here. Solid enough. Left outside linebacker, Latimer. Oh, this is a guy that they signed for us. But 88 speed, 77 excel. I guess we can live with that. Middle linebacker Harris went up 4. That's huge. Right outside linebacker, we got Pennington, Holland. Ooh, Mitchell's here. Oh, he's only 6'3". He'll jump maybe to 67. Latimer redshirt. And Lynch is solid too. Not as fast, but or maybe we get Baker. Oh, he's there. Maybe Motley goes over. He's not much faster though. No, okay, that's not worth it. Okay, Pennington here, solid. Holland stepped in at middle linebacker. Did we just move him there? Oh yeah, we redshirted Clint Johnson last year. And I think if we might switch to a 3-3-5 this year. So Lynch will get playing time. Yeah, I think that looks good. Cornerback, we didn't sign any. Carpenter goes up 1. Bridges is still here. He'll probably redshirt this year. Carpenter will play right away. And we'll have Williams behind him. Here we got a bunch of strong safeties back. We'll have Washington and Cooper. Love will be a junior. Cook, a sophomore. Hodges is coming in, and Matt Anderson. So we're solid here. I like that Washington and Cooper. Both seniors will be low 80s. Solid guys here. Kicker Mark Smith goes down 8. So I'm going to move Harris to kicker. I just got to get Anderson over. Move Smith to punter. Harris to kicker. And Anderson back. So we got Harris as a kicker. Let's see, kick power 74. So he'll jump to maybe 80-ish on both, which would be good as a redshirt freshman. That'd be decent. Mark Smith, let's see, 73, 65. It's okay. So we won't need a kicker or punter for a long time. All right, here's the big one. Cedric Hartman goes up 9. He's at oh yeah, 71. We partially scored. Okay, so he's 77. I think he's going to be a QB. He could be a running back, but I don't think we need him there. He could be a wide receiver. He's only a sophomore too. Okay, let's put McCullough first. 73 tight end. I think we got enough tight ends. 70. So he's a center. We could move. Although he's a sophomore, check back. Okay, Reggie Johnson, wide receiver, running back. I think with his speed, we'll get him at wide receiver. Roberson is a D end. Oh, maybe an O line. Maybe D tackle. 74 D tackle is big. He's undersized though. Not bad. We're gonna put him at D tackle. Kroll, let's see where he ends up. Could be a fullback. Could be a tight end. or center. But he's a freshman. Let's see, speed-wise, strength. Yeah, he's not going to be a tight end or a fullback. Anything on the defense? No, yeah. Okay, let's put him at right guard for now. We'll go through offense linemen again. Cedric Harmon, I think it's got to be QB. And McCullough, we're going to just put at left tackle. All right, so now let's check through it again. Cedric Harmon becomes the starter, so he's going to push Cruz for sure. But the one thing I like is that Cedric Harmon is more a scrambler. All right, where Cruz, I think if they're balanced or if they're pocket passers, I think they get injured more, which I think was why Cruz and Smith went down last year. Sean Maxwell could get a redshirt this year. You know, we got Cruz, maybe Harmon battling for playing time. Maybe Gerald Johnson gets redshirted as well, so maybe we try to ride with 2 QBs again. We'll see. I like our running back room. Dukes is back. Vincent. We'll have Collier go. Maybe redshirt Morrow and Foster, or just one of them. Wide receiver, there's Morris. We got Johnson up there now too. Ooh, that's going to be a tough receiving room. And Grant. Cuts are going to be tough. Stevenson, I like. Okay, Joe Green's at 72. Carter 71. Let's get one of these guys to... Let's get McCullough to guard. Then we can probably cut Allen. Center looks good. Kroll at 69, 75. Right tackle at 70. Let's get Kroll at right tackle. I wouldn't cut Todd Davis though. So maybe he's guard and he can get redshirted. All right, that feels good. We got Roberson to D tackle. This is gonna be big because now he's got good speed, good enough strength. Not to play in the middle here. He's got decent size. He'll put on some weight, but he went up. He was, what was he, 67? He went up 5 to 72. Went up 7 to 74. So that's huge. Latimer, I think we can rock with these corners. All right, I think Hamilton might get some more playing time this year over, maybe not. We'll see. Freshman Carpenter, strong safety room looks solid. Kickers there, boom there. Athletes are decided. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did, but let's move on. All right, training results. Not super big into checking these. I mean, everybody goes up like, 4 or 5, sometimes 6, 3, but Cruz went up 5, which is huge. Maxwell gets +5. He really needed that. I like that Cruz gained some speed. Dukes goes up 5, he's 94. Vincent is 90. So we got, Dukes is only a junior. Man, this guy is going to be great. Vincent, 90. Collier goes up 6, that's huge. He gets to 85 speed. Gray's up 4. Smith is up 4. All right, Williams is up 5. I might need to redshirt William. I don't know how you guys feel about redshirting juniors, but I think for when you're building a program, I think it's really a big part of, one, getting a guy to be pro potential. So, if I redshirt Williams now, he's for sure going to be a draftable player by the time he's done. It also opens up the door for then Guillory, Bradshaw to play their senior year. They're solid players. Waller's going to get some more time. And then if nothing else, maybe it's an injury like Dukes had last year, or Wells, or tight end. But I think it's just it's a big part of building a good program in this game, in this situation. Again, in real life, a guy's a junior, probably not going to redshirt him when he's your best guy. But for the sake of building this program, that might be the move I make. We'll see. I'm a big fan of Williams, though, if you couldn't tell. And I'm a big fan of all of our guys. I mean, it's great that I recruited him and developed him. So Quinn is here. He went up 4. Wells comes back, goes up 5. Rice is up to 82 as a senior. Parham, just developing. Oh yeah, made him number 79. 65 overall as a redshirt freshman is solid. Arnold goes up 4, just like I thought, 77. Green at 76. I think we'll redshirt Carter again. That's a junior. Again, maybe he's got an injury. Maybe his goal is to make it into the NFL, and he knows one more year of development will help. Left guard, Graham's 89. That's big. Matt Allen goes up 5. Okay. Makes maybe a case for himself. I always forget, a 60 overall freshman redshirted can jump to 65, or in Matt Allen's case, 62 to 67, which he'll develop into a solid player if that keeps up. Centers always jump the most, so Derek Vaughn goes to 82. Nice. No right guards. Right tackle, Gray only goes up 3. Davis up 4. Left end, Allen goes up 4. He's 81. That's big for us. McGee's an 80 overall senior. That is solid. And Francis goes up 3 to 69. It's a sophomore. Muse up to 83. Hunter jumps 6 to 72. Okay. D tackle's going to go 81, 80, 78, 72. Okay, so Hancock turned into a decent one. Lewis and Swain are developing nice. We'll probably rotate Houston, Hardy, and Rogers on the D line or the D tackle spot. Lynch goes up 5. He gets more speed. That's good. I know that 80 threshold feels big for some reason on defense. But Mitchell, he's up to 90 speed. Goes up 4 overall. Maybe I do enjoy training results. I've never spent a lot of time. I've always just been like, hey, they go up 4, they go up 5. Clint Johnson's coming off his red shirt. He's at 79 overall. Adds all the speed. Baker's up 4. He won't play this year. As a freshman, that's big. He's going to be huge for us. Nick Morris and Motley both go up 4. These guys are kind of progressing together almost identically, except for their speed is just a little bit different. Pennington goes up 4. Again, maybe a red shirt candidate. Again, just to try to get him to the next level. Get playing time for Holland, who's only 4 behind. You know, maybe Burley gets the backup snaps. Cornerback room, I think, is really strong. Lemon and Sapp. Lemon's a senior. Sapp only a junior. Houston's coming back after his red shirt. He's 85 overall. Hamilton's was a tremendous freshman last year. He was up 6. Matt Jones up 5. Sean Johnson's coming off his freshman year. He's 68. It's a solid cornerback room. Bridges goes up 4 again. He's a red shirt candidate for sure, I think. Clarence Williams was up to 72. Strong safety room. Another very strong position here. Washington and Cooper, both 82 overall. Love to see it. Matt Love's developing nicely, as is Cook. Cook might push for playing time. I'll try to get him into some formations because at 78, as a sophomore, only 4 behind seniors, I think he's got to get more playing time. And then Matt Anderson coming off his redshirt year, 69 overall. So really strong. Darrell Harris, 77 overall freshman. We'll take that, redshirt freshman. Let's see what his kick power did. Yeah, 79. We'll take that as a redshirt freshman. And then no punter. All right, so our team looks solid. Look at this, 94, 91, 91, 90. 4 guys in the 90s, 2 guys right around, right, and then mid-80s. I mean, this is a solid team here. Maybe pushing for a New Year's Day bowl. All right, now to cut players. Again, as I'm building a program, try to bring in as much talent as we can in the right spots. Sometimes guys get passed over. I try not to get too many new guys in, but I think especially early on as you're building, you want to get as much talent through as you can. So we'll see how many guys we got to cut. 9, okay. I know some people like to see how many seniors they're going to lose, and then for sure just have that amount. But I also like to pay attention to like Gerald Johnson, 63 overall. Do we get somebody on the board who's 68 who can come in and be where Johnson would be if he was redshirt, things like that. But 79 overall, or 79 total, we got to cut 9. I think Johnson might be a candidate. We'll go through and see. I don't think any of our running backs. I like these guys. A redshirt year for Foster, he could get to 67. Morrow could push for kick return duties, something like that. Fullback, I mean, this could be a cut here. Todd Smith, we'll see. And then we get a new fullback in next year because I like recruiting fullbacks anyways. And then here, this is where we really got to make some choices. I think Bailey is a redshirt sophomore at 73 overall. We've got Johnson passing him already. Grant, although Grant's acceleration isn't as great. Grant goes up 6. He's already caught him. He's only a redshirt freshman here. And then who's the other guy? Gore, 82 speed only. Yeah, so I think Gore and Bailey. So like Johnson's speed, I think Grant's going to be able to surpass where both those guys were. So Johnson and Grant can both surpass how good Gore and Bailey got. Marshall, I think, is looking good. He's probably a redshirt candidate. So let's just go through redshirt here. We got 1, 2, 3. Could be redshirt. So not as many redshirts as I think. Maybe Williams stays, doesn't get redshirted. Maybe we don't redshirt Morris or Marshall. Okay, so I think Bailey's out for sure. I don't know if there's 8 other guys, but we'll see. I think Parham, just speed-wise, acceleration, 65 overall as a redshirt freshman. I think definitely lower than what we've got going here. We got Stevenson coming in. Wells will be back next year, so at least 2. We could bring in another guy next year. So I think Parham is out. Offensive line-wise, I don't know. Matt Allen, 67 overall redshirt freshman. If he goes up 4 next year as a redshirt sophomore, that's 71. Goes up 4 more as a redshirt junior, that's 75. Goes up 4 more, redshirt senior, that's 79. Plus whatever in-game bonuses he would get for playing time. I mean, that's not bad. 79 overall, redshirt senior. It's kind of, I don't know if it's a standard for this program right now, but it's definitely up there. Centers, I think we're good. Kendrick coming in. Lane going up 11 was huge for us. Right? Yeah, I don't think there's any cuts here. Maybe at left guard. I think D-end wise, I think it's either got to be Francis or Hunter or both. I think for sure Francis. He's out. Loser a pipeline, but right now I can't worry about pipelines. We'll keep Hunter. We'll see if we have 6 more guys around here. Maybe Swain. The name makes me want to keep him. Maybe it's Lewis, and he's the slowest. We got Hardy and Houston that are pretty slow. Not as strong. It might be Lewis. He's the biggest. Wow. Okay, let's come back to him. Latimer. Maybe Latimer because we didn't even sign him. But he's coming in pushing Mitchell already. He's got the speed. Gosh, that's tough. Morris and Motley. I think maybe Morris. 74 overall redshirt junior. Motley's going to play over him every day of the week. Yeah, I think Morris is out. Encourage transfer. On will keep Burley. He could be 71. Redshirt sophomore. Yeah, I think Burley's out as well. Because if we need, we can move. Baker will be here next year. Johnson will be back. Speed here. I think it's Burley. I was excited about his acceleration when we scouted him, and now we lose Oklahoma as a pipeline. You're kidding me. Okay, he's out. Fresh corners I can't cut, I don't think. Here, is it Hodges? Shoot. Yeah, I think Cook and Anderson can hold it down for next year. Even Love. Yeah. I hate to bring guys in just to cut them, although I don't like on College Football 25 that you can't cut the freshmen you bring in. I think sometimes it just doesn't work out, and you got to cut them. So I think Hodges is out. We got to stack strong safety room. We got to make room for 3 more. I wish I could cut a punter. QB, I'd love to run with 4, but as I was saying, I think during one of the couple of recruiting videos, is that I'd like to bring in a better QB this coming class. So if I bring him in, we got Johnson. Johnson's just not going to do anything. We've got Harmon. Right, we got Maxwell, who I think developed a lot of trust with the coaching staff and the players. Led the team well the last 3 games. So I hate to do it, but I think Gerald Johnson is out. Running backs we're going to stick with, and I think Todd Smith is going to be out. I think just for what we do in our offense, I think 1 fullback is enough. I love carrying 2. Just again, fullbacks for whatever reason I think can do multiple things, but we don't use them as much as I think I do or want to. So I think Todd Smith is out. And then I think wide receiver's got to be the next cut. Yeah, tight end. I don't think O-line. I don't think D-line. Do I think D-line? Hunter, not the fastest, but we got him at right end. We can move him to left end and he'll be fine. Backing up Allen. I think it's wide receiver, and I think we cut ties with Gore. He doesn't have the speed. I get he's only a few behind Marshall, but Marshall can get redshirted and jump up. And I like these. I mean, I like Johnson for sure ahead of him, and I think Grant would play ahead of him as well. So Leon Gore is out, and we're at 70. We did it. All right, cutting might be the most difficult part of this game, aside from off-season recruiting. I think making all those decisions, making sure you're not cutting guys that could set you up well for the next coming years, not just deleting seniors that contribute. So I'm happy with how we ended up at 70, and let's move on. All right, first thing I want to do is I'm going to reset our coaching skill tree. I forgot I could do this until this popped up, but I'm going to restructure the recruiting. I'm not going to put so much into unlocking, I think, because we don't use it as much. And I'm going to try to get to be able to scout 50% with one click. All right, so here's how I reset it. Unlocks, I don't think we use very much. I think we used one last season on Mike Woods. I think, again, if I set it up well enough, one unlock should be good for one player. That means I can kind of chase one guy that is a little bit maybe out of our reach and just kind of stay in the race, hopefully till the off season. Mike Woods, I thought was going to do that. It did pan out, but sometimes it does, and you need that unlock. Then now we can scout 50% and then 50% at the end. So I like that, just again having a better idea of who's coming in, what their skills are. And then we kept all of the recruiting points for each week and the 100+ bonus for a visit. All right, so big news with New Mexico. The Mountain West Conference has extended an invitation we have accepted for the 2020 season and beyond. I'm excited to get into a conference, play for conference championships, play conference games. I think it adds another element to college football, right? To bring in recruits, to get the rivalries going. And so we're going to jump into the Mountain West Conference. We'll see first, where's Notre Dame? All right, so we reshuffled some things. Notre Dame was in the Big 12 in this dynasty. They are now the independent, and I moved Tulsa out of Conference USA into the Big 12 to take Notre Dame's spot to make them have a conference championship. But here we are in the Mountain West. We do have a rivalry with Nevada, which is good. And then I think we can still schedule either UTEP, Arizona, and especially New Mexico State. So we should be able to get 2 to 3 rivalry games every year. All right, let's move on. All right, now that we are moved into the Mountain West Conference, that is going to do it for our offseason number 3. Pretty eventful, always enjoyable. Thank you for tuning in. Just a reminder that this season will be the last one for a while. I'm going to jump into College Football 25 and start uploading those in the next week or two. And then after that first Dynasty season at 25, we'll come back to this one. So this one's not done. I think it's far from being done. I enjoy it too much. I enjoy what I've built here. So this one will be around for a while. And it takes me, I think, 12, 13 weeks to get through a season. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it as they come out. I'm putting them out as fast as I can. But I'm just really enjoying the process, continuing to get better at this. And so thank you to all those who tune in and those that are continuing to find me. The next episode will be the off season. We'll set up our schedule, our recruiting board, our red shirts, our depth chart, all that fun stuff. But until then, keep gaming, keep growing, and keep celebrating those obscure victories. Game on.